welcome to Women and Children First After Us. We're back with another episode, and I'm joined by my good friends Alan and Fred. So, hey, Fred and Alan.
Hey,
Hello,
how you doing,
Andrew?
Andrew?
I'm good. I'm good. Been a busy couple of weeks for all of us. We've been trying to record another episode, but our schedules just didn't align. But actually, you two were pretty busy today. You were doing a favor for someone. You had some interesting stories since last we talked. Alan, I know you want to talk about certain coworkers.
Wherever you go, you have workers, and not everybody's going to see eye to eye with you. And a lot of them are goddamn bums, and they're awful people, and this is who you have to work with. Like one guy, he had to do something, and he forgot to do it, and he kept saying the next day to me, and then to the manager. He kept bringing it up to the manager that if he got to do it, and he kept saying it and saying it. And then he kept saying to me, I didn't make him look good in front of the manager. And he said it about 20 times. He didn't stop. You didn't make me look good in front of the manager. So
Wait, how are you supposed to make him look good?
So after hearing it so many times, like I didn't stick up for him. So after hearing it so many times, he said it again. I didn't make him look good in front of the man. So I said, I can't make you look good. I'm not a plastic surgeon.
You guys would know. Didn't you say like he has his face structure looks like something?
Right. He has a face of a horse.
And you guys would know since you used to take care of horses.
Right, he had a face like a donkey with glasses.
You know, if a donkey with glasses looked even uglier.
Okay. And he didn't stop saying it. Then another worker that you can give him gold and you could help him with everything. He'll still report you and come after you. I helped him get full time. And if I knew now what I knew then, I wouldn't have helped him. And I did anyway. And he reports everybody. He's an older man, and this is what he lives to do. And a different worker gave him the name Hall Monitor because he reports everyone.
Didn't I used to work with him?
Right, he started right before you left.
Right, and then he took over all my duties.
Right.
But turns out was a lot.
Right, and he's an awful human being, and he looks to report everybody. And I wear a long white coat from a butcher coat there by the deli counter. And one day it's a little wrinkled or a little creased. So he'll say, it's creased. You don't take pride in your appearance. And look how it looks. So I said, what are you now, my fashion designer?
Maybe he wants to be.
And he doesn't stop. He won't let up on it. So if he worked for the Ku Klux Klan, he would iron all their sheets while they're wearing it.
Where do you come up with these things?
Well, it's true.
It is true, but why does he have such a fascination with you? Why does everyone?
I don't know. They just do.
You know, I wish you had that effect on women.
Yeah, me too.
You could like get every person on your case somehow.
Right. We managed to track the most awful people on Earth.
Somehow I got involved too.
No, and that had nothing to do with you.
I know.
You have the same similar stories.
Yeah, I mean, these people are just they look for excuses to. They look like it's like they look for excuses to hate you or just find an excuse to not like you.
A lot of managers and stuff that came after you came after us, and they're still coming after us.
Yeah, I remember because those same managers, like when I first started working and I allied myself with you guys, it's like by proxy they just started hating me.
From us.
Yeah, because I was friendly to you, and of course I'm gonna be friendly to you guys. I mean, you guys helped me out and stuff, and you're like the nicer people in that department.
And they're the no good ones.
Yeah, I was like, well, I don't care if you hate me or if you're just gonna, say all this crap about me. You never liked me from the beginning anyway, so I have nothing to lose.
like you told me a different time, if someone is they were no good before it, that has nothing to do with us.
Yeah, they're just showing their true colors.
Right. And we able to bring it out on them.
You're just bringing out the best in everybody.
Well, another co-worker that you know also that you were close with, he told us that me and Alan have a knack for pissing off people.
That's true.
Okay,
Yeah,
And
you have a long list.
I'll accept it.
Yeah,
well, a lot of people doesn't like whatever we do, even if it's the right thing.
yeah. I don't know. It feels like it's too easy for people to just think for only for themselves, kind of thing.
Right.
Like they're not looking out for other people.
And we're the first ones they come after
Yeah,
all the time. Even on our days off, they used to blame us for things that happened. So one day Freddie said to them, don't look to blame anyone else. Just blame Fred and Alan. The names are both 4 letters each, and it's easier that way.
yeah. You're like a lightning rod for that.
Right. They all come to us.
They come to you for hate. They come to you for jokes. They come to you for everything.
Because we're the answer men.
Yeah. Well, that actually brings me to another thing. I know recently, Fred, you started really liking religion.
Yeah, I did.
Well, it wasn't really about religion. It was that
Oh, I know.
a beautiful mother and daughter that didn't see us in a very long time, and they felt bad about the accident I had, and they only want everything good for me. And then I didn't know that they were religious like that, so they wanted to see Freddie, so I brought him over, and right in front of the deli counter, they joined hands with us. I made a circle, and everybody was looking, and they started chanting and praying for us.
Mother and daughter were drop dead gorgeous, and they were wearing tight black stretch pants. And I was between the mother and the daughter, and they're squeezing me and holding my hands, and they close their eyes and they're praying to God for us. And instead of me closing my eyes, I was looking them over and thinking, when can I get them home to my house? And then when they finished with their praying and they said amen, I was disappointed. I wanted to stand there for hours.
I told them to keep going.
Right.
And everybody by the deli counter in the store, they were all looking at this show.
Yeah, they're just watching on the sidelines, and you guys are the main attraction.
Right. Of course we are.
Every time you guys always tell me, it's like you always meet like the most beautiful women around this area.
Yeah.
Like in the doctor's office or anything like that. Physical therapy.
Yeah.
It could be in the shop right or something. It could be anywhere.
Right.
And
Yeah, but that's as far as it goes.
a different day, Freddie was working his counter, and this beautiful woman we know, all she did was wave to him when
Yeah.
she walked by. Hello. Then
Then she picked up some organic chicken and she disappeared.
So then I came down. I didn't start the same time. I started a little later that day, and I ran into her. She grabbed and hugged me, and then was all over me, and I brought her to Freddie. So Freddie said that all you did to me was wave to me before. Him, you're all over, and you look how you are over him.
So then Alan disappeared, and I said to her, you better watch yourself before I take you home with me.
Hey, God. So did you?
No, that's as far as it went.
I had to ask.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, man. Too bad. Yeah, I wish you guys would stop attracting so much attention.
How do I do that?
I like to keep a low profile.
And you still caused a lot of attention.
Right.
Oh, man.
And
Oh, man.
whatever we do is good for everyone. That whatever we got, they want.
I don't know what you got, but you got something going on.
Like today, we helped out this radio station, and we went to help out. It was a fundraiser for this radio station, and we went along for them to earn some money, and all the viewers wrote in. They loved me and my brother, and we happened to be wearing trucker hats from STP, the oil for racing cars, and we had the hats for many years. We never really wore them, and everybody is looking. They envy whatever we got.
That baffles me. That confuses the hell out of me.
I don't know. That we wore the hats. Everyone was talking about it.
You guys have a certain appearance, I will say, for anyone that they're trying to visualize like what they wear. They wear like oversized sweatshirts and sweatpants, and they wear trucker hats, and then they wear sunglasses indoors. That's what I want you to visualize.
Yeah, I don't know. You know it all.
I know it all because I've seen it. Everyone could spot you a mile away with that getup.
And we like to keep a low profile.
That's what you say to yourself, but I don't think you do.
Even banks stopped us.
Thanks.
Tell a story about
years ago, I had to do an errand for a worker at a horse farm. She wanted me to put in $750 cash so she could pay for her car payments.
Right.
So I went to this bank at 9 o'clock in the morning on a very cold February morning. It was like 20-something degrees. And I was wearing a winter coat and 2 hoods and sunglasses. Minute the bank opened up at 9 o'clock, I was in there writing the deposit slip. And I took off my sunglasses because I got fogged up from the heat. And as soon as I started writing the deposit slip at a desk, I see there's a million shoes around me in a circle. All the workers came around me because they thought I was writing a robbery note. And
Really?
Yeah, and they were ready to tackle me, and I had to tell them I'm putting money in. I'm not here to rob you. So then I went back to the farm and I told the woman, I'm never doing you a favor again. They were gonna call the police on me in the
Your getup, guys. Like
right.
That's what you wear.
And I saw on this particular bank, they put a sign on the window: no sunglasses and no hoodies. I think that was for me.
That was probably for you.
Probably.
You started a trend.
Right, at the PNC Bank.
That's some hell of a trend.
Right.
And the banks today, they stay pretty empty, and the workers, they don't do anything in there. They sit there all day because everybody does banking online, and it's a rarity that someone comes in off the street to do any bank work.
I only have to go in when I actually have to. Otherwise, yeah, there's no point.
Right, they all stay empty today.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why they do that, but I'm not in banking, so I wouldn't know.
Right.
But actually, I wanted to get to the whole topic of, we talked about our loving coworkers all these past weeks. We never actually talked about some of the more annoying customers we've had to deal with.
What about the Bavarian ham?
Years ago, when I was working at the deli counter, it was a Saturday, about 5 o'clock. Alan and I came back from a break, and I get this elderly black woman that looked like she worked for the federal government for 60 years. She wore glasses and she had an attitude. And I go, next. So there was a sign on the wall that said Bavarian or honey ham. So she says to me, let me get some of that Bavarian honey ham. So she put both flavors together, and it made my belly button go in.
Why is that?
So I said to her, it's 2 flavors. It's Bavarian or honey. So she says to me, I sense a racial attitude against you.
What?
I'm giving her I'm a racist.
How'd she pull
So
that out? Like,
So I told it to the store. I told it to the deli manager, and I told him to go take her. So he said, "Tell me the problem." So I told him. So he said, "Go cut a piece of honey ham and cut Bavarian, twist it together, and let her eat it."
wow.
Now that's not all of it. A week or two goes by. Also, a Saturday, about 2 weeks later, I come back from a break and I see her online again with her daughter. So I stand in the back room with Alan and let her get taken by someone else.
Yeah.
I wait. The workers are very slow. I go next. I get her again, and she does the same crap to me again.
You cut her again.
Right, I had her again. She told me the same thing.
So you have to twist the whole thing again?
Well, she told me the same thing again, that because it's two different flavors, so I'm a racist.
You said
Why
that
am I
again?
not a
That
racist?
said you were
Read,
racist again?
read the sign.
Yeah.
Because she didn't see the or.
Why do people jump to a conclusion like that?
And they throw in race right away when
They played a race card so they can get the order for nothing.
Yeah.
one day I'm working the counter and I call 11, 11, 11. 11 doesn't come. I call 12. 12 is a black woman with two little kids. I'm ready to take her. Out of the crowd, number 11 comes running. So I said to her, I can't take you now. I got to take 11. So I took 11 and I got rid of him. Then I come back, I get her. So the first thing she says to me was, "What's the matter? You didn't want to take me because I'm black?" And she doesn't understand. I had to take 11 before her. And also, I hate 11, I hate 12, I hate 13, I hate 14. I hate all of them. It has nothing to do with her.
Right. It's equal
But
hate.
she had to say it to me right away.
He was ready. Any problem? There's certain people like that I've met. Like, if there's anything that just ticks them off or anything, they'll just pull that out. That card they have, just
And it has
ready to
nothing to do
go.
with anything.
I know it doesn't, but it's stupid. But people are just like ready to go with it. Dumb.
It is. I didn't say one word. 11 was before 12. Yeah, he came late, but I still had to take him.
Yeah. I know we were talking. Sorry.
Go ahead. Doesn't matter what color you are. When you work in a business, you're a server, and that's all you are, and nobody has respect for you.
Yeah. It's a grueling job. It's a very thankless job too.
Very few people are nice that really care about that a conversation with you, and they care that how you are. And other ones, they don't give a damn.
Yeah. Exactly. They don't care. They just want to worry about themselves and just move on with their day.
They're often, if they get the opportunity, they want to report you and make your life miserable.
Oh, that's happened a bunch of times. Probably all of us.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there's a single worker that we've known that probably hasn't been reported by someone.
Right. Everyone gets it.
Yeah, everyone gets it, even if they're doing nothing. It's just someone just either misinterprets something or just is looking for trouble.
They're,
But-
Yeah, because the customers they're looking for stuff that don't exist and they're making it up.
They're just stirring up trouble.
Right, that's all. That's why you wear a name tag.
Yeah, so they could peg you and then report your name.
Right.
right. And hopefully they'll try to get their order for free.
Yeah, it's not like, oh hey, oh Fred, you did a good job. It's like, no, oh your name's Fred. Oh, I better remember that. So when I go
Right.
past the front desk, and I know your
Right.
name.
Yep. That's how it goes.
Yeah. But yeah, I
they're
was
all
we were talking earlier about you guys mentioning about people who used to like shave their meat and cheese.
right. That uh, usually people like it thin, but the ones who especially like it thin are big, fat, heavy people. They want it super thin. They always say it. They think they're watching their weight that way, but actually they'll eat 50 sandwiches that way
Right,
when they have
because
it.
it's so thin that it's like, oh, now I can make like yeah.
Right, that's a day too. And also a new thing that people like, they want their meat shaved. The dial on the slice should be at 0. They want it like granulated sugar.
You know, I've actually had one person, or maybe one or two people, actually say that, and then
Right,
they want to see, they want to inspect the slice, right? And then I show them the slice, and they're like, I don't believe you. Then they come behind the counter, and then they check the dial.
right.
And then I told our manager at the time that happened, and then they're like, I'll just let them do it, whatever. So it's like,
They want a they want a 2 pound container filled with granulated stuff.
oh
If it's
man, that happened too many times.
have a special diet. How could you eat it anyway? You
No,
can't even eat it that way.
you'd have to use a straw or inhale it.
Right, they want it like dust.
Maybe they smoke it. I don't know. Maybe they
I don't
roll it up
know.
in a piece of
That's
cheese.
that's all they want. And one day, a woman said to me, "I want it very thin, honey, ham." So I did it. At the end of the order, she tells me, "I don't want it that way. I want it shaved in a container."
You know what the worst part is? If you show it to them, right, and you shave it, and it's like it's not thin enough or whatever, and it's like, well, you can't do anything with it now because it's all like these bits. It's such a waste of food.
Well, that's what they want.
Oh, man, I
Some
didn't
people
miss
do.
that.
Some people want all their meats that way. So I did it one day for a woman. She bought 3 or 4 meats. She wanted it shaved in a container. And then when she came to cheese, I asked if she wants that also. She said to me, "I'm a wise guy."
You say that unironically. You're just like, do you actually want it that way? He's like, yeah.
Yeah, they do.
I swear, she was looking for trouble.
All of them are.
It's like some of them too. I've noticed when I sometimes glance at them while I'm doing it, they just got like this look that is like they know it's annoying, like what the
Right, and
request
they're
is.
happy.
Yeah, they're
Right, they're
happy.
happy that.
They're secretly
Uh,
happy.
they know that they're screwing you over.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
And they're watching your eyes to see if you're making eye contact about them.
Hmm.
I never saw places where they stare at you so they can report you. They think you made eyes to someone about them.
That's happened to me. I've gotten reported and called to the store manager's office for supposedly rolling my eyes at someone.
Right.
That
And
happened.
another one.
Yeah, that was.
Yes.
Yeah, that
Go ahead.
happened early on when I started working. It was one of the stupidest things I ever heard. And it was like, why am I getting called up for this stupid thing?
Right. It also happened to a different woman that worked with us. It was a hot summer and she had an allergy in her eye.
Yeah.
And the customer reported her for rolling her eyes at them. And they made her so much trouble, she had to bring in her eye drop to show she had an allergy in her eye.
Kidding me?
Yeah, they reported her to corporate.
To bring your eye drops as evidence.
Right. They don't believe anything.
Full humiliation.
Full humiliation.
Yeah. You know, you wish that these companies you work for would actually take your side or, help you out.
No, you're a dime a dozen. They don't care about you at all.
Yeah. It's funny you say that you're a dime a dozen, but then it's like these companies, like, through all three of us have had these experiences. Like we never had enough help, never. It's like we
And they
always
still-
need people.
And it's still like that.
They
Yeah.
still don't
like they treat you like dirt. They treat you like you're disposable. But the
Right.
truth of it is, they need you more than you need them, right? Because they they can never find enough people to work.
And they
Yeah,
don't
they get along with all the bums they do have.
Mm-hmm.
It's tough on the customer doesn't know.
and
No.
whoever is there, they use you out to the bone.
Yeah, like that manager Fred, or that team lead. He's just a hurricane.
Video.
Yeah, oh yeah. She already Sunday she starts in the bakery, so she told me if I ever need her help or anything, she'll help me. He left already. She's going over there Sunday, she told me. So I said to her, I'll come and visit you for some chocolate chip cookies.
Gave him 50 jobs at once.
Yeah, she's never
Work the,
changed.
work the counter. Put out frozen food. Do this, do that.
She never stops.
No, never.
And she works in another. She has another job also.
What, in the store
She works.
or?
Yeah, no. She works after our store. She works in the Christmas tree shop.
Really?
Yeah, in Freehold.
Okay. Yeah, it's. He's just gotta learn to slow down.
She'll
But
never.
Yeah, I know. I know. All the years that I've known her, she's always been like that.
And not nice either. What she did with me,
She can't stand if you're standing for a minute, or you got to be working totally all day and night for her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
she
he wears you out.
did what she did with me that time. I couldn't carry an ice table, and you and another fella were leaving a certain time, and she told me I cannot bring it in until a different time, and you were leaving earlier with another fella. That was my help, and I
Yeah.
did it a few minutes earlier, and she was going to make me so much trouble for bringing in the table a little earlier than I could because I had no help after that.
Yeah, you needed help. I helped.
Right. You did. Yes, you did. You and another fella helped me. Otherwise, I couldn't do it. And she jumped on me and told me, you didn't listen. You moved the table before I told you. And now you're going to be in trouble. So I beat it at a gun. And I reported her to the night manager that I needed help. And then the next day or two, she was purple in the face.
The other day,
Did you reported to her first?
Right. Then the other day, she gave me monkey business. She made me take packages of frozen fish from a bend over freezer and put it into the freezer with the doors to fill up those shelves until they're all full. Take it from one place and put it in another one.
Mm-hmm.
And that made her happy.
Because she was just making you do more work?
Right. Like Goma pile, to dig a ditch, then bring the dirt over here and I'll fill it up again.
Awful. The managers, that most of them are not decent, and it went to their heads.
Yeah, they got that little power trip. They just,
right. They got the power to take it out on you and they use it.
They have miserable lives and they take it out on you.
They use it and they abuse it.
Yeah. I knew way too many people there that definitely let it get to their heads.
Right.
Like I used to remember, there was this younger woman. She was related to a worker in the deli. She was like married to this woman's son or something. You guys know. Probably.
I'm trying to think.
I'm trying to think who it was.
Yeah, anyway. So basically she was working somewhere else, this woman, and then she came back, and then I think it was a store manager or someone told her that they can't get her a management job yet, and she had to work in the deli for a bit. Yeah, she was terrible because she acted like she was better than everyone else, and she was barking orders at all of us. And then we're all like, "You're just a full timer here. It's like you're just a worker like all of us. Like, why are you giving us orders what to do?"
I'm trying to think. I don't remember, and we're not going to say no names or anything, but
No,
I don't remember who it is. Were
eh,
they? Were we there then?
you guys would know her probably. Well, maybe you weren't there.
Name?
Maybe you were out.
Um,
This might have been the
we
period where you weren't there for a time.
we went to the
I
cash
think
register.
you were either the cash register, or I think maybe Fred was upstairs cleaning tables or taking out trash or something, wiping tables. I mean, I don't remember. I don't remember, but point is, people let it get to their heads. No matter how small this job you do, working a freaking deli job.
Right, they take it out of you,
Yeah.
and they look forward to it.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
That's why I couldn't boss nobody. I couldn't. It's not for me.
It's not your
You gotta be.
place. Like you don't need to. Shouldn't be bossing people. Like we all know the job. It's like we don't need to ride each other about it. They all
And then,
work together.
and then on, and then on top of that, you got other workers on the same level with you, looking for trouble and reporting you.
Yeah, exactly. They're just trying to find. I don't understand the point of it, but it's just like trying to get in the better graces of whoever. I don't know.
But sometimes when they even report it, the other person that they're reporting it, they don't even give it the
Mm-hmm.
and it doesn't even go anyways.
Yeah. I remember a supposed friend. You guys know him. He had a beard, and he always fixed up people's cars.
Yes.
And remember him started gossiping about me. He was like, I don't do enough work or something, or I don't work enough, and things like that. And I was like, this was at the time where I was like going to school and working at the time zone.
I thought he was friends with you.
I thought he was too, and then I heard from another friend of mine. She was like, "Hey, he's actually been talking about you behind your back to."
Well, he didn't tell us anything.
He would never tell you anything because he knows. Look, everyone knew how close we were to each other, so they're not going to tell you anything, you guys anything, because you'll just tell me. So he was talking to people outside of that.
See, all along, nobody ever talked about you to us, but you said they talked about us to you.
Mm-hmm.
That you all overheard it or knew about it.
Yeah,
But we never, no one ever talked about you to us.
it happened more towards the end before I left, because for me, I was just getting burnt out. I was just like, I just wanted to leave. I didn't want to work there anymore. I guess it started showing. Like I didn't give a damn as much.
Yeah, but you always worked very hard when you were with us.
I know I worked hard, but I got nothing for it.
And neither do we. But you have to work, and that's it.
Yeah, I know.
And wherever you go, if you're not the boss, there's always going to be someone ahead of you.
Yeah, exactly. I could think
And,
how. Yeah.
and 99% of the time, you're going to hate the guy or a woman, whoever's your boss, if they're not a human being.
Yeah, that reminds me of someone who used to work like they were like giving out samples. It's this Asian woman. You guys know her.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's like everyone in the department was just constantly talking about her. Like, oh,
I never did.
not you guys, but everyone else. Like all the
I don't
people
care
that
who-
we talked about, like the people that are troublemakers, always talked about it. It's just, and she heard it. I could tell she heard it. I mean, it's not like all those people that talked about it. It's not like they were trying to keep it quiet. Really, they all have big mouths.
But the main people that they talk about was me and Freddie, no matter what.
Yeah,
We're always
I'm
everyone.
just saying, when you guys weren't there, they just started to go after anybody else.
But
Wrong.
no, but we always were on everyone's mind that we're the first ones they talk about.
I try not to.
Not you. Even if you're good with them, we're the first ones they talk about. And you can't be good with them.
It's impossible. It's
Look,
it's futile. Like to try to get in their good graces or anything, because I learned the hard way. Just like get in their good graces, they'll still talk about you in the end. It doesn't matter. It's like, well, I was just trying to be nice, but I guess it doesn't matter. I guess I'll just not even bother to talk to you anymore.
well, that's it.
Yeah.
And
No, because you're naive and you
And
don't
you
you don't know
you-
what's on their
and
mind.
you don't have hatred in your heart like
Right.
them.
Yeah.
That's it. You know what they're doing.
All they got is hatred and resentment for whatever
Right.
their
Right.
life turned out or something.
And we're the lucky ones that taking it out on.
Yeah, I mean, we're just all a couple of saps to them, at least. Maybe we
Well,
are.
well, these shows could turn into a success, and then they're the saps.
Right, then they could talk about us all they want. Doesn't matter.
Who cares then? But I
Yeah.
wouldn't. But I wouldn't put it in their face. It's too bad for them.
You wouldn't
It's
want to
nice that
rub it
they
in their face.
Well, right. It's nice that they heard that you're a great success, but I wouldn't rub it in their face.
But
I
yeah,
wouldn't bother them anymore anyway.
that's true. Wouldn't even talk to them anymore.
Right, they're horrible people.
Yeah, no doubt about that.
I'm gonna look at them after how they treated me.
I hope not.
No, I wouldn't.
I hope not.
After suffering and you finally become a success, I don't care about them at all.
I remember the same person that we talked about in the past. This old bum, right? The one who told you like he would drive over you, like back up and drive over you.
Yes.
I remember his last day when he said he's retiring finally, blah 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 blah. I did not speak one word to him. I did not congratulate him for his retirement. I was like, I didn't care about him. I just ignored him after. I was like, I don't care. Like, see ya.
Just like the other guy that died in the department, and we had to go to the funeral, and I wish we didn't go because he didn't give me respect. He hated us, but I had to go because other people would be talking if we didn't show up.
You really think people would have talked about you?
But yeah,
They were all looking.
they were all looking for us.
And we found out that people asked other people if we were there.
Like we were there
Really?
early.
They really
Right.
asked about you?
Right,
Right.
like say we were there 4 to 5, and other people came, say 5 or 6. They asked if we were there earlier.
Wow.
They wanted to know if we showed up, and I only went for one reason to make
Make
sure
sure
the
he
guy
was
was
actually
really dead.
dead. Yeah.
That's it. The horrible human being.
Uh,
I never did anything wrong to him, and he hated me and my brother for no reason.
I'll be real quick. Go over. I know there was the other bum that always gives you trouble, and he said he would kill you, or like.
Right? Yes.
And you're talking about he fell down the stairs.
That supposedly recently.
Oh yeah. And
We've
what did you
had
have
a
to say about that?
Well, they said that he fell down a flight of stairs, and my thoughts and comments on it were, I hope the stairs were okay.
Me too. I hope the stairs were uninjured.
You think he's nice to you 1 minute, and then he's stabbing you, right? But he's not doing it behind your back. He's doing it right in front of you.
Yeah.
Right.
Goes right to your face.
Exactly. And to be clear to everyone, we're not mean to anybody. Like, we're saying all these things, but They're the ones
They're all
that
true.
they all started all of this stuff with us, and we tried not to, get under anyone's skin.
He came. He came to look over your house to help you fix something,
Right.
which he didn't. And then he brought back all tales about you, or to the other workers in the store talking about you. Is that a proper thing to do?
No.
You
If
let
it's
him
like
into
that
your
kind of
private.
business, it's supposed to be the privacy of your own home kind of thing.
Right, it's like a doctor.
Yeah.
You let him into the privacy of your home, and he's talking about you.
Yeah, that'd be exactly, Fred. It'd be like a doctor just blabbing, like, oh, this person just came in for this or something, It's like, oh, he broke his, you start naming people, whatever patient you helped, is like, you can't do that.
Right. Also, he came to visit me when I was in the hospital, and I didn't know if I didn't. He didn't have to come, but he came, and I appreciated that he come. But he's always up to something. He took my picture in the hospital bed, and when you're in that kind of condition, you don't want to be seen. You want to be left alone and heal in silence. And he
Right.
showed my picture. He showed my picture to everyone.
Yeah, that's sick.
Right. And it came to me, the picture. I don't know if it was sent to me by mistake. He sent me the picture in the hospital.
Can't do that.
Right. He had to be sick to do it.
He is sick.
Yes.
He's sick and he's a drunken, drugged up bum.
Oh, yeah. Times I knew him. He's either just drunk out of his mind or just he's taking some drugs.
Just pour on the aftershave lotion to mask it.
People could tell. It's like, can't even hide it because he was just like, he's in such a state that he just.
Yeah, but meanwhile, he knew how to talk his way to every manager that's there. They all have a special liking for him.
And HR, they believe in him.
Yeah, he got away with murder.
And he will get away with it if he committed it.
You ever tried? He'd lift one of those slicers and then just take care of the rest. Like a gorilla.
He does. He does everything, and they love whatever he does.
I don't get why.
I don't know.
I don't understand.
Everything works out for him. He called out more than anybody else, and they still love him when they see him.
Well, he's got a way to just suck up to management.
Well, he's doing a good job.
That's the only thing he's good at.
And they don't see through him.
I don't know how many times it has to be before there's like, you know what? I'm not gonna let this crap slide, but apparently he could still keep going with it.
Right, they should have said to him, the curtains are up for you, forget it.
You do this, you pull this crap one more time, that's it for you, kind of thing.
Right,
be.
We had a fellow working at the deli, and he was late like 119 times. They fired him.
Did I know him?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was the little blonde paramedic's friend.
Oh, okay. I know who you're talking about.
The tall, skinny guy.
Right. Okay.
Tall, skinny guy. He had like a peanut head with a long neck.
Yeah.
And beady eyes like a rat.
You're so good at describing people. You bring out the best features of them.
Right. That's one
Looks
thing.
like a rat.
Right.
Are you sure you didn't want to be like taking care of animals or something?
Whoa, that fella?
Oh, you guys always come up with he looks like a rat, or he's got a real horse face or something.
You're right.
We have a way with words.
And
yeah.
if you look at it, it's exact.
No, I'm not saying you're lying. It's just it's
an exact.
funny.
If I say something, it's an exact science, and it does look like them.
I mean, that's one of the best ways to describe people. Everyone knows what like
Right.
a rat looks like, or like a gorilla, or anything like that.
Right.
Ugh.
and they have the same features. Like I say about this other guy who worked with you also,
Worked
and
with
he
me.
did. He worked with you at the count, and he would call you once in a while, and he did eBay's.
Oh,
sold stuff.
yeah, okay.
So I say about him, he's in my new movie, Planet of the Apes, but he's not playing an astronaut.
He's not playing a human.
Now you know who it is.
I know who it is.
He walks like from Planet of the Apes, and he looks like them.
He talks like one too.
Okay.
It's in my-
Sounds good.
It's in my new movie, Planet of the Apes. He's not playing an astronaut.
Yeah. Guys are too much.
It describes them to a T.
Yeah, when you describe it like that, I instantly remember. Like, oh, that's right. Okay.
If my brother asks me about a customer, I'll describe it, and it'll be to a point that he'll know who it is, with different names that I give them.
Or you just say black stretchy pants, and then Fred will know.
Okay. Are they tight?
Of course they would be.
All right.
If he has to describe a customer, me or someone, it's totally different what they look like. But when I give the description, it's right on.
You guys describe people in different ways. Fred looks looks for the best features of people.
Yeah. The very best.
Yeah.
The juiciest.
Juiciest like juicy fruit.
Yeah, like a succulent steak.
The most beautiful women shop in there, and they all know us and everything.
I was about to say, they all know you guys.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Big deal.
big deal.
Yeah.
But everybody looks when they come over to us and they talk. Everybody envies it.
Yeah. I'd probably be like, get back to work.
But it doesn't go any further.
I mean, if anything, you have a lot of friends.
No, a lot
And
of
a lot of enemies.
I think
Well,
more
it all
enemies.
balances out.
Okay.
And a lot of the enemies were people that you thought were friends.
Yeah. It's like less than 5 people, I think. I could count on my one hand. Like, oh, okay, that person was actually all right.
And a lot of people, they want to see harm to you and you really don't even know it at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not embarrassed to show it to you.
Like they're like looking for a fight.
Like someone we know and we went to and we know him and he does a service for us and everything. And he was so happy when I got hurt. He was so thrilled. So he said to Freddie one day, see how it is now to live alone while I was in the hospital and rehab. That's something you say to someone.
That's messed up. That's very messed up.
Right, and his wife and him were so thrilled when I got injured. They couldn't be happier.
It's probably the best days of their lives. Them.
And then a short time after that, the wife dropped dead.
Oh, there's karma for them.
Right. She was so happy. Only wanted to see harm from you.
Yeah, that's people that do these things. I swear they all get what that's coming to them.
Not enough.
Not enough. Not soon enough. Thing.
We just watched this show we finished, The Last of Us.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like when me and Freddie were walking the streets during COVID, how the streets were deserted like that.
Yeah. Oh, what did you guys think of the show?
It was pretty good. It was not like the video game or anything, but a story about survival.
Yeah, it's about
And
humanity. Anything.
right, and these two people, he saved the girl's life, and they walked the streets alone, and that's how. When I watched it, I had the same feelings brought back to me. How me and Freddie walked during COVID when everything was locked up.
Yeah, it was a ghost town around here. There was nobody.
Right,
It was kind of eerie, but also nice.
very nice, very nice, nice and quiet,
Hmm?
and all the big shots weren't around.
Big shots?
All the wise guys and big shots that were no good at
They paid off the
anything.
streets.
They were
Oh
off the
yeah. Ah, that was one plus.
but you would think they would learn a lesson after, and after the whole thing that they lost relatives and everything, and be nice to other people.
Mm-hmm.
Not at all. They're worse than ever.
They learned nothing.
Learn
They came
nothing.
back stronger and with more hatred.
We know people that lost family members during COVID, and you think they would be nicer after? No, not at all. They're worse than ever.
Yeah,
They didn't even care about the family members they lost.
really. Didn't
Right,
care.
they only worry about themselves.
That's so short-sighted. So selfish.
It is.
Uh,
And the family members they lost, me and Freddie aggravated more than them about it.
hmm.
That we felt something and they didn't feel anything. They're only worried about themselves, and this is what they're going forward for themselves. They're not even looking at back.
Just shows how short-sighted they are.
And all
Right.
and they showed it to us right away.
But the person just dying?
No, one family that we know of, they lost a couple of family members in it, and then the surviving members, you think they would be nice and everything, and me and Freddie felt for the family worse than them, and after they're not any different. They didn't really care about the family members, and rotten as ever.
Yeah. It's just sad.
It is how they acted.
Well,
I don't know how.
that's- yeah.
I don't know how people could act that way.
I don't know either, but part of me is glad I can't imagine that in some ways. I can only treat people how I want to be treated, kind of thing.
Right? And you heard someone had aggravation or something, you feel for them.
Feel empathy towards them.
Right.
You're supposed to, but, you know. Clearly, that's not a super common thing to happen.
I know when I got hurt now, the other workers, they were happy.
But you got hurt?
When I got hurt when the horse dragged me and I needed surgery and everything, I know other workers were happy that I got hurt where I work.
So messed up.
Yeah, they were happy.
I don't know why they would be happy about it.
Well, I talked behind your back, and some people I heard it from, and they were thrilled about it.
Thrilled.
Right, they were thrilled that I got hurt.
If you get hurt, then they have no more jokes to go on.
No, they didn't care.
And then they have to work your hours too. They have to work at night.
Yeah.
Right. I think
So-
it's, that reminds me when Alan, when you got hurt, I think, or is it you, Fred? And then
Right.
you guys got away from the deli for a while. I think you guys
Right.
went to the cashier, I think.
Right.
Yes.
And I remember the old woman and the fat woman and like that gang with
Right.
a team
Yeah,
lead.
Yes.
They're
were
all
aggra-
happy that you were gone. But then they realized quickly after that you guys consistently were taking the closing slots. and then they had to actually work the closing slots after.
Right.
It was like sweet justice, because it's like
Right.
that now they have to work the hard shifts, like
Right.
because there's nobody else, and you guys took all the hard shifts.
And they ate their words.
Exactly, it was great. You just seeing them and just like grumbling about it, just like, we're not gonna do this. And then when you guys came back, they were really happy because like, oh, thank God. It was like, I don't have to do the closing all the time now.
Who the hell wants to
Who
work
wants
that
to, who wants to
one?
do that?
That's the worst one.
Work is hard all day,
Yeah.
and closing is extra hard.
It's the hardest one.
Yeah, because you have to do so much. And then on top of it, if sometimes the opener wants you to do extra stuff for them. It's like, oh, make sure to set this aside or something, or just
And they're the first ones to report you.
mhm.
This wasn't done and that wasn't done.
Yeah.
They're so happy to report you.
Yeah, it's like I've opened. I think we all have opened before, but it's like opening was easier than closing.
No, it's all not great.
It's not great. I'm just saying closing is hard. You have to do a lot. You have to wrap
Because you gotta
everything.
make it-
You have to
you
clean
make
all the
it spot-
slicers. You have to clean the
You gotta
back
make it
room.
spotless.
You got to go.
You gotta make it spotless
You
like
gotta
an
mop.
operating.
You gotta take out
See?
all the cardboard and everything. You
Right,
gotta
you gotta-
sweep the mats, clean it
You
all
gotta-
up.
You gotta wrap 200 items.
Yeah.
Sinks and washing dishes.
And some bums decide to just fill the back case to waste time and get more money out of doing that.
Right.
Drunken
A
bum.
drunken bum.
I knew you didn't know who exactly I was talking about.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah.
It's a bit like a mover.
Mhm.
Comes in with a piece of paper and a pen in his ear, and he's
Instead
taking
of doing the important work, he's filling up the shelf.
I think sometimes he used to clean the case out, like the front case. Like he would get like a air blower or something and just blow out all the
Right.
things.
He wash it out.
Yeah.
Or he'd just like dump water in the
Right.
like in the
Did it
little
like
drain.
He did it like a moving man.
Took a picture of the case so he knows how to put it back.
Hmm.
A drunken bum. Put each section on a camera, and he take pictures. Then he puts it back identical.
Mhm. Yeah.
He's an expert drunken.
I mean, he's been doing it his whole life.
Right.
Anyway, I think that'll be it for this week's episode. Thank you guys for listening.
Thank you.
We hope you enjoy our stories, even if we had to suffer through them.
Definitely.
They could live it through us now. See what it's like.
We're only just getting started. There's plenty more to educate people on how much work you have to do for these kinds of jobs
And human relations.
and human relations. You meet all sorts of people, and
And 99% of them are no good.
And they're not worth anything.
right. But we'll continue with more next time.